HTTP flood attack. What is an HTTP flood attack? It is a type of volumetric distributed denial of service attack designed to overwhelm a target server with HTTP requests. Once the target has been saturated with requests and is unable to respond to normal traffic, denial of service will occur for additional requests from actual users. So here you can see that, we have bot 1, 2, 3. We will get, the server here, and here is the client. Here is a normal client or normal user, but here is a malicious botnet. From the botnet, we have a malicious bot. So you can see the server will receive HTTP GET flood from the bots. So when the client trying to access the server, he will not be able to access it because it is already overwhelmed. How does HTTP flood attack works actually? In details, HTTP flood attacks are type of layer 7. Now the layer 7 is the application layer of the OSI model and refers to internet protocols such as HTTP. Now HTTP is the basis of browser-based internet request and is commonly used to load web page to send from content over the internet. Mitigating application layer attacks is particularly complex as the malicious traffic is difficult to distinguish from normal traffic. Now the types of HTTP flood attacks. The first one, which is the HTTP GET attack and the HTTP BOST. So let's start with the HTTP GET attack. In this form of attack, multiple computers or other devices are coordinated to send multiple requests for images, files, or some other assets from a targeted server. When the target is inundated with incoming requests and responses, denial of service will occur to additional requests from legitimate traffic sources. The other type is HTTP BOST attack. Now typically, when a form is submitted on a website, the server must handle the incoming request and push the data into a persistence layer, most often a database. Now the process of handling the form, data, and running the necessary database commands is relatively intensive compared to the amount of processing power and bandwidth required to send the BOST request. So this attack utilizes the disparity in relative resource consumption by sending many BOST requests directly to a targeted server until its capacity is saturated and denial of service occurs. So how can an HTTP flood attack be mitigated, or how to protect ourselves from such attacks? Mitigating layer 7 attacks is complex actually and often multifaceted. One method is to implement a challenge to the requesting machine in order to test whether or not it is a bot, much like the CAPTCHA test commonly found when creating an account online. So you put the CAPTCHA there and make sure you are not a robot or I am a human test, alright? Now by giving a requirement such as JavaScript computational challenge, many attacks can be mitigated, alright? Now this is not 100% because if you have your botnet intelligence or AI, artificial intelligence, maybe you can bypass this CAPTCHA by the way. But this will mitigate it. Actually, it will mitigate a lot of the attacks. Now, other avenues for stopping HTTP flood include the use of a web application firewall, which is the WAF, managing an IP reputation database in order to track and selectively block malicious traffic. And actually, this will mitigate a lot actually, and this is commonly used nowadays, running the WAF in front of your servers. It will mitigate a lot of